This man hadn't eaten in 7 days, yet when faced with a lavish meal, he didn't touch it. Instead, he poured a 5,000 yuan beer straight into the class leader's face. The reason? This man had been swindled out of all his money by his class leader. From that day on, the class leader began to oppress him. He assigned him the heaviest tasks, stuffed their clothes with trash, and even nearly took his life during work. However, despite the class leader's tyranny, Kaiji and his group refused to submit. They knew that the more the class leader acted this way, the more afraid he was of them. After 3 months, Kaiji and his team had finally returned to their normal wages, and their plan for revenge began. When the gambling started, the class leader saw that they had gotten their wages back and invited Kaiji to join the game. But what he didn't expect was that Kaiji would immediately change the rules of the game, lifting the 20,000 yuan betting limit. The class leader was thrilled, thinking Kaiji was walking straight into his own demise. The game began. What no one expected was that Kaiji bet all his money and suggested that the man next to the class leader become the banker. The man, terrified, quickly refused. The other players followed suit, refusing to take on the role, until the banker position fell to Kaiji. But in a surprising twist, Kaiji also refused to be the banker. The others were furious, thinking Kaiji was mocking them. But the next second, Kaiji shouted at them, saying that if he were to be the banker, it would only be after the class leader. Hearing this, the class leader asked if he would keep his promise. Once Kaiji confirmed, the class leader excitedly told everyone, and the atmosphere instantly lit up. The others soon left the game, leaving only Kaiji and the class leader's team. A confrontation for revenge was about to begin. Despite the ongoing cheers, Kaiji bet 20,000 yuan. The class leader was disappointed, mocking Kaiji for betting small amounts, but Kaiji paid no attention to him. One of the class leader's teammates shook the dice, and shockingly, he rolled a 456. Then it was the class leader's turn with another teammate, but their rolls were just ordinary. Finally, it was Kaiji's turn. He placed the dice on his forehead, threw them with all his might, and to his surprise, he rolled a 2. That meant he lost twice the amount. In the next round, Kaiji only bet 1,000 yuan, which drained the excitement of the crowd, and they began to leave. Seeing this, the class leader told Kaiji to leave, thinking Kaiji would react with surprise. But instead, Kaiji only caused his companions to lose interest. Kaiji then said he would place a big bet and immediately staked all 52,000 yuan. This move immediately drew back the people who had left. At this moment, the class leader was about to throw the dice, but Kaiji stopped him. He stood up and called his teammates over. Now it was Kaiji's team versus the class leader's team in a final showdown.